All right, who's the most photogenic?
Not me.
You.
Dave.
No, you. You with that beard is definitely the most photogenic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I go that far.
And I'll add that this was your idea.
All right, so welcome to the pilot of Rage Against Mowing the Lawn. What you have is 5 guys today, all middle-aged, middle-class parents. And what we're going to do is we're going to review beers for you and talk about things that are pertinent to middle-aged dads. So we got Mr. Dave over here.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. Dave has 2 kids.
I do.
So he's got all some parenting experience. There's Steven.
Hello.
Steven has 2 plus and oops.
It's true.
My 3rd one was an oops.
Remember the pinhole contest?
We got John Eric, who has 4 that he knows of.
3.5. 3.5. I have 4.
And what did you say your name was? Ruben. Who I know he has 3, but I don't know if that's it.
Yeah, well, you don't count if you don't know.
He's also an Asterix fan. So, all right, let's talk about our beer preferences. So, if we like a beer, people will know if their preferences line up with ours. So, I'm kind of the low-class, white, trashy beer guy. So, I like a Miller Lite, but I also like a lot of sours. So, if it's a good sour, I'm going to drink a lot of it. Ruben?
Sour leaning and porter in my day. And the European stuff is, you can't find that very often, but when you do, it's very expensive. But some of their stuff's pretty good. It's better fresh, probably, though. But now that we're on this local home brewing kit, going through the local stuff, that's exceptional.
John Eric?
I like the stouts and the porters. I like my Miller Lite.
And so Steven here is our resident beer nerd.
It's true.
So what are your go-tos?
Probably, Sierra Nevada is pale ale is always a good standard American classic beer. I'm really passionate about smoky beers,
Next episode.
peppered beers. I like, it's seasonal. You drink beer with the season. So in the summer, I like Miller Lite. I like, light beers. Fall, you want your Oktoberfests, your porters and stuff. And then, winter, you want your big, heavy beers. So, yeah, I'm all over the board, but I always have Sierra Nevada in my fridge. I always have smoked beers in my fridge, so that's what I'm passionate about.
Mr. Dave always has IPAs in his
I do.
fridge.
I'm a hotbed. But I'm going to second the seasonal. So
Yeah.
I'm completely seasonal. I've got some good porters in the refrigerator right now. I'm not touching them until it gets cold.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Well, there's a way to do things.
There is a way to do things.
All right,
Now,
so
Change your
before
clock.
we move on, I do want to draw contention with the statement that you made earlier about only liking kind of the cheaper end of beers, because you and I have drank some pretty good beer.
I like expensive beer, sours.
And you've made, you like your Wicked Weeds. And
Wicked Weed is good.
That's right. So we'll see the face that you make depending on the beer, and that will be the tell.
Yes. My emotions are all over my face.
And imagine if we could see more of your face.
Yeah. All right, so what's our first beer, Steven?
Hank.
We're drinking the Hank first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
I
proper
don't
order.
know the order.
There's a proper order to things. All right, so
Let me have one of the Hank cans.
I think we need Stephen to explain
So this is old.
our ordering mechanism.
Oh, do you need a dork out on us?
who needs a taster glass?
I do.
So this is brewed and canned by Old Mother Brewing Company in Frederick, Maryland. So right up the street.
Very nice.
16 fluid ounce lager beer, 4.6%. It's called Hank's American Lager Beer. No more, no less. You want to pass it around, or do you want to feel? I didn't get a glass. Let's see how it is.
You were talking, motherfucker.
You have to be.
Other plastic. I
Now
like
we're
that.
now we're R-rated.
You want an
Thanks a
actual
lot.
glass?
Yeah.
All right. I have options.
Yeah, with some cheap ass
Really?
plastic.
Yeah, I want a glass too. Remember the glass.
So do you want me to explain the order while you're pouring?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
So the thinking is when you're tasting beers, you want to go lighter to darker and less hoppy to more hoppy.
Hey,
and
can someone pour the beer for Ruben? It looks like he's never poured a beer
Jesus
before.
Christ!
It's a small plastic cup.
it's supposed to be a taster, Ruben. We're not
Sorry.
getting sloshed yet. So lighter to darker,
I want to go before Ruben next time.
less hoppy to more
That's a
hoppy.
that's a good way to live your life. Always go before Ruben.
Do you need another one, or
No, I'm going to digest that last
Yeah,
one
right.
for a bit.
try not to spill any more?
So you totally got interrupted in the middle of your explanation.
No, it was funny though. I'm used to it, believe me. I'm trying to be a geek and you guys are just having fun. So yeah, lighter to darker and less hoppy to more hoppy. And then the curveballs are sours and other exotic flavors like smoke or pepper, like spicy beers you want to do later in the tasting because the heat can ruin your palate. And the whole goal is that you're sort of starting with the most delicate beers so you can fully sense the flavors. And as you get to the bigger, more alcoholic, more hoppy, more roasty, dark porters and stouts, your palate will sort of have eased up to those. Where if you start with like the biggest, blackest ox, which is one of the ones we have today, and then you go to this one, you're not going to be able to taste.
Don't you have that every day?
So when you say delicate, what you're really meaning is a low ABV, low content alcohol content.
Yeah. More malty.
Light.
Yeah, floral, hoppy, like lightly hoppy.
That's really good.
Because I think I'm delicate, but that might be a different scale. So
Yeah, when I think of delicate, I think of you.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, you just
The
can't
hands.
jam the beer in. You really got to
You got to
ease
work.
up
You
on
got
it.
to ease up to it.
You've got to just talk sweetly.
no.
So how you approach it? Can you explain what you were doing with your nose there?
I was sniffing the beer.
Oh, kind of almost like.
Sometimes you got to tickle it with your nose,
like
Dave.
a yeah, like almost like a wine, right?
Yeah. So because there are aromas from the hops.
Told you he
from
was
the
a
malt.
nerd.
All I smell is plastic. Is that because of? Should I switch down to glass?
Yeah.
This is actually, I like this.
Yeah.
BPA
It's really delicate floral spiciness to it.
Now,
Little
given the audience of middle-aged dads, I have a question about the sniffing. So what do you do if like a nose hair falls into the beer? Do you drink the beer? Do
Yeah,
you
just roll with it.
just roll with it?
This is.
You just act like it didn't happen.
Act like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
probably not
you're
the
a
worst
dad.
thing
You've,
been in
you've
a
dealt
beer.
with much grosser things than a nose hair.
That's true.
For sure.
I was talking like Ruben's nose hair.
Oh, well, I didn't realize it was Ruben's nose
Yeah, I
hair.
had
If
to
he's
try
going
them.
around sniffing all
Well,
the
then
beers.
then you just get free Coke.
Yeah, because these guys are gonna know that when they get older, you have to trim them up. You can't let those things look like, and that's like.
Well, that's why you grow a beard, because then they grow into it and people
Whoa,
can't even
no,
tell.
no.
You can trim them.
It's the sign of.
You really got to
Cthulhu.
get in there and just solidly yank them down from the root.
Oh no,
Oh,
I can't
no,
jam
no.
clippers up my nose.
No, I'm a yanker.
Yeah,
I just-
Yeah, I got a yank.
You
Okay,
guys are up there
so
with waterboarding.
yank,
I'm a yanker.
yank,
yeah, pluck, yank. Yeah.
yank. You're a clipper.
Of course, he's a clipper.
Clippers.
He's so delicate.
Like, get in there. And,
Yeah, doesn't it make your nose bleed?
Doesn't make it
No.
bleed. I mean, no, it doesn't bleed.
But
I mean, it might make your eyes water a little bit.
Yeah. But you're a fucking man.
Come on.
It sounds like the Yankers outnumber the
I,
Clippers.
what about your eyebrows?
I leave those.
I yank those.
I leave.
oh, I
No,
don't.
I
yeah,
trim
no,
those
I
when
don't-
When I get a
Here.
Mr. John Eric like coming out over here,
And
I yank that shit.
I leave mine. I'm trying to emulate Mr. John Eric and get one of those real big ones, so that if I'm in the pool or something, it kind of late comes down over the eye.
I'm going to try to grow mine into my beard too.
like some sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you incorporate butt and back hair, butt and back hair, you can just comb in one fell swoop right on down. Start from the chest.
all right. Thoughts on the beer?
That's a future topic.
Yes, beer.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's light. It's like summer.
Light.
Yeah,
Summer
it's
beer.
definitely
Good
like a
flavor.
summer pounder beer, but it has a lot of flavor and it's really delicate. I think it's executed really well.
Yeah,
Oh, Hanks.
Thanks, beer.
All right. Really good.
because it's
river
not
beer.
very IPA, hoppy-ish, but it's not also very just bland.
No, there's a
Yeah.
It's a lager.
it's really clean, has a little bit of sweetness to it, nice hop bitterness in the middle, It's really well done.
Where do you find Hanks?
I don't know. Where did you get the Hanks?
What's brewed in Frederick?
So Frederick?
Frederick?
I bought it. I bought it just across the river at Tri-State Liquors.
Tri-State? Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Raj.
Raj, yeah. He wasn't there. It was some white lady working.
Oh.
Hey, Democrat.
She was white. All right, so Dave, give us a thing that you would never buy generic.
Cheese.
Really?
Really.
Not even like the Aldi brand cheddar?
Aldi is a whole different level. Aldi is not generic. I'm talking like generic.
Like government cheese.
Like well, not even government cheese, but I'll give a specific example. If you do a test side by side of American cheese, like Kraft Singles, American
Well, that's
cheese.
not really cheese.
Listen,
It's cheap.
if you don't want to have somebody separate us later, if you do the melting side by side, the generic is going to have like this little film of oil that comes on the top, and the American is going to melt beautifully.
I would have never thought about that.
I've been giving it some thought, so
Sounds like you have.
I have. I also have one for like what I would buy generic, but we can wait.
Yeah. Okay. That is good. I agree with you on that, though.
Thank
I'm a
you.
big, you get what you pay for in cheese, for sure.
Because I mean, you're buying generic because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Steven?
Wiper blades. I learned a lesson the hard way. Put new wiper blades on the truck back in April to get it inspected. Got it back on the road.
Would you bought like the shittiest, cheapest brand?
I saved $15 by buying the Duralast instead of buying the Bosch wipers like I normally do. And
Yeah.
the motherfuckers are ripped already.
I
do you
second
feel
that
about
motion.
Three months on a wiper blade, that's bullshit. I should have just paid the extra $15 and got the Bosch.
That's
I've been a
100% a
lifetime
daddy.
Bosch guy. And I didn't want to support them because I thought, well, I don't think Bosch is American, right? But
No,
they
it's
make
German.
it-
That's why it's good.
They make some, well, the Volkswagens suck, but I'm just gonna
Fuck
say.
you.
And you can't, but see, you can't bring that in. Like,
Well, they got
then I
no-
couldn't eat Chick-fil-A. And the Jesus chicken is good.
It's not that good. It's way overhyped.
It's pretty good.
You know,
I hate chicken, and I like Jesus chicken.
Okay.
have you tried the Popeye chicken?
Yeah,
sandwich?
Popeye
No, I'm scared to get beat up by going to Popeyes. All I see are videos of people getting beat up in Popeyes.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
They're
Popeye's
safe
chicken
now.
sandwich
That was
is
pre-COVID.
hands down better
I'll
than
bring you one
Chick-fil-A.
from Leesburg.
It
That
is
place
really
has
good.
always got them in.
Yeah.
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 All right. John Eric,
Toilet paper.
you don't want to end up with a shit finger.
No. Nope. I do not want to break on through to the other side.
Plus, it's always like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Like they don't.
And it's-
It's not soft.
But here's the problem with that.
Single
Sometimes
ply.
if you go the other spectrum, it's too much, and then you have clogging. It's too dense.
Well, that's your mismanagement of how much you took if you're clogging it.
Well, how are you supposed to judge?
You
can't-
can feel
you
it?
can- no, it's in plastic. I need to.
No,
rip the
I mean, you
fucker
can
out.
feel it when you pull it off the roll. Like,
Oh yeah, but
if
that's
it's
after you
thick,
bought.
if it's
too
thick
late.
and cushy, you don't like roll it around your hand 20 times.
Only 10.
Only
Yeah,
10.
you cut your use in half.
No, I have a
Pull.
Do we need to talk about the chopper?
Do you need a chopper?
I'm a utilitarian
Joppa.
toilet paper guy. I need solid, reliable Scott tissue.
Scott?
I like the
I
Charmaine.
I buy Wegmans brand.
Wegmans brand.
They're,
Is that the one that's got the cat on it?
Where's the love? Kirkland, man. They got it all going on.
Hale Kirkland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kirkland.
I get the
Actually, the
biggest
Kirkland toilet
size.
paper is pretty
the
good.
cheapest,
So would we
whatever.
They
could-
got the 96.
Would we
96
consider
I
like
wouldn't-
Kirkland and Wegmans brand non-generic? Because it's not like the
I don't know.
$1.99 for 8 rolls.
Those aren't real generics.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
store brand though.
Yeah.
They're cheaper than name like other name brands.
But they're pretty
Yeah,
good
but
quality.
they're not.
They're
They're
good
not
quality.
Food Lion store
No.
brands.
They're not IGA. Food liner.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm still sore from March and April.
That was the woods.
I just got rid of some one fly that we had because
That was all you could find.
yeah,
on
that's
shelves?
all you could
Oh,
buy
yeah.
for months.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
still trying to go through my stock.
Meredith and I couldn't find toilet paper for like weeks, and we were just out driving, and we were like in Berryville. We stopped at the grocery store and they had it, and we ended up with some one-ply sandpaper that had to last for a little while. It was miserable.
I agree with you, Ruben, though. I mean, I think if it's too plush, it's a problem.
You need the right balance.
I agree.
The 2 plush almost doesn't have enough structural integrity for me either. It breaks up a little too easily.
So you're an aggressive wiper.
I'm an aggressive wiper. Gotta be clean.
He made a bidet out of a pressure washer.
Are you front to back or back to front?
We had this.
We had this
remember,
discussion. He's front to back.
No,
Oh, you're back to front?
back to front. I thought it was from the back, back to front, from the front. Whatever that means.
Yeah, we all looked at him that way too.
Back to front.
You like shit on your balls?
I do
No,
not shit on
you
my
scoop and lift.
I don't have that kind of
Yeah,
manual
what-
dexterity.
and I have short arms,
I'm wiping
dude.
and lifting balls at
I'm
the same
like
time.
Barney, dude. I can barely get back there.
What if you stand up?
While
Do you have
sitting
to
on a toilet?
do you have to stand up to wipe?
No.
How do you get your hand back there?
Like Barney.
Limited
I'm
reach,
very-
man.
I
It's
do a
like
lot of
yoga.
back
Yoga.
exercises
I
to
couldn't do
keep-
that
keep
either.
limber.
Get
All
the
right.
Oh,
I know what I'm introducing you as in the
No,
next episode.
Okay.
So
Barney's
we're
brother.
pouring. Next up, we're pouring Voodoo Ranger American Haze. Reuben's,
Which makes an excellent beer can chicken. And this time when
New
I made
Belgium.
it, I didn't do a half because they said only do half. I just
So-
took the whole
Put the whole thing in.
and
this
let
is
the
from
magic happen.
Fort
Collins.
Collins,
Oh, New
Colorado,
Belgium
and
is-
Asheville,
That
North
place
Carolina. So they got two
is
breweries.
legit. The one
Yeah,
in Fort
so-
Collins?
New Belgium's been around since mid to late 90s. They were a small regional brewery,
Ooh, that smells hoppy.
making really solid beers, and eventually got sort of expanded their distribution. Now they're available nationwide. It's a pretty solid brewery. They put out a lot of really good products. Have a wide selection to choose from. And so this one I think is sort of their hazy IPA offering.
So,
Let me see the
what's
can.
the ABV on this one?
Hold on, let me check.
It smells like about 6.
I would say it's definitely a hazy IPA because it's called American Haze.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the particulates in this beer?
You got the last.
Maybe that's just.
I didn't get any chunks.
Yeah, I got.
It doesn't tell me. Oh, 5%.
Good.
I mean, those are pretty substantial if you look at
Yeah,
them,
it's an
right?
all-day drinker.
Yeah.
So, Ranger.
Yeah, it looks like
Ranger started before Voodoo Ranger.
Right.
So what's with the Voodoo?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with New Belgium. I was a big fan of theirs for a long time, but it's hard to keep up anymore. There's so many breweries making so many different beers.
It's the kind of problem to have.
But
So-
I think their Ranger was more of an IPA.
An IPA about 6.5. Great.
Maybe the Voodoo part is just
Yeah, this is
the
not real
hops they're
hoppy.
using. It's well,
It's
it's
a little
it's,
hop,
It's
pretty
a New
light.
England style IPA, which is not known for being like punch you in the gut bitter. They do the hop additions late in the boil, so they don't extract as much of the hop of the bitterness. It's more of the aromas and the fruity flavors of the hop.
There you go,
So-
fly on. I'll bring my flag down.
Yeah.
we just shoot each other with the bug assault.
Well,
Ooh, it's all your nuts.
you're not allowed to like shoot in the face. Right?
That's what she said.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
Cut that.
Or leave it in.
Put the editing. Beeps and.
No, you're allowed to. I asked Andy
All
all
right.
about the rules.
Okay.
We have rules. It's the internet, right?
Yeah, it's the interwebs.
We can say
There are
whatever
no
the fuck we
rules on the internet.
Well, you
banned
can
by
ask Barney
YouTube.
what his favorite generic or his stance on generics are. Or you
I
want
thought we were
to-
going to review this beer first.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh, so should we? So you know, this is the beginning. Should we put every beer that we rate like 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and then that way we can over the history go back and look at our ratings and see if we're stupid or not.
Are you going to compile that data?
I mean, we have. Will it be digital?
I'll
Try
get-
forever.
I'll get my Google Doc out.
Yes.
You know I'm not touching your fucking Google Doc. If you want to have a Google Doc to track it, you knock
Walk
yourselves
right
the fuck
into
out.
it.
Yeah. We can have pie charts and graphs.
I love pushing that button.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I think he had a bad experience with the Google Doc sometimes.
Yeah, show me on the doll where the Google Docs touch you.
Inappropriately.
Right in my no-no square. Fucking-
Oh my goodness.
You know, the only reason I hate it so much is because it was Sean's idea.
So for you, those at home, we have this little get together and we use Google Docs, but He doesn't like
We minus one.
Yeah.
it. We minus one.
I refuse to access the Google Doc.
Excellent.
If you just put it in an Excel spreadsheet, we'd all be fine.
You can't open Excel from Gmail.
Woe is me. We all have Windows.
Nope.
I'm a Linux person.
So what do you think? Better than the one we had before?
I think the lager was better.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
personally, I would
Yeah.
take the Hanks over this on a summer. On a day like today,
Yeah.
I would take the Hanks over
I
this.
like
This
it.
isn't bad. I wouldn't turn
No,
it down.
Right.
It's
I
more
like
like a fall, like late summer, early
it. It's
fall.
a session IPA, it feels like to me.
I felt like it kind of lacked something in the middle. It's kind of heartless. Had
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
aroma. There was a fairly nice flavor, but there was no like
Missing a little
it,
punch.
it lacked heart.
I'm going with Heartless.
Yeah, it's just kind of blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a bad beer. It just
I'm going with what he said.
Hate those fucking roosters. Why would you keep roosters?
they've got rid of some of them. I think there's only 2 left.
It's because he knows you like chicken sandwiches.
Actually, we didn't want to tell you this, but right before you came, we actually went around the neighborhood and we got all of the roosters.
Put them in Dan's yard.
There's that. That's rooster number 2.
All right.
All right, so my never buy generic is learned through painful experience. Trash bags.
Oh, yeah.
You carrying that
Yeah.
trash bag out, and it's got 4 cans of dip spit and a week's worth of coffee grounds in it, and it splatters all over the hallway. Never again will I buy fucking generic trash bags.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
That's solid.
I was buying provisions for Emer's new college apartment, and most of the stuff was generic except for garbage bags.
Yeah.
You just don't want that thing leaking down the hallway of your apartment building.
And the generic ones always do, like, you try to pull the handles tight, and they just
Oh,
fucking
that
come out.
Sends me. Damn it.
Raging.
I know. You usually start punching holes in walls, and the whole thing, it just fucking deteriorates.
Like, you're fucking useless now. I've got to get another bag and put you in that bag.
That's right.
Let me down, motherfucker.
I think we're raging against more than the lawn.
We are.
Kind of second rage.
PTSD.
But that's what I'm saying. We've all been there. We've
Yeah.
all made that mistake.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, it's $4 less. It's $4 well fucking spent.
Yeah.
For the record, I would buy generic cheese before I would buy generic garbage bags.
That's saying a lot, because you were pretty passionate about your cheese.
Yeah, but I forgot about the garbage bags.
Reuben?
So I originally was gonna say leather goods, but there is no such thing as generic leather goods. But there's definitely a difference between cheap leather goods and well-made leather goods. Dyeing, staining, red
You
shit
know
on
you
the
are a
back.
pretentious prick.
I am.
All the rest of us, we got cheese, toilet paper,
I know.
trash bags.
I know,
You're
I
like,
know.
leather goods?
But I
I
mean,
mean, that bondage gear has got to be solid.
You don't want a
you
strap.
don't want anybody to escape.
You don't want a strap given out when you got somebody in the sling.
You definitely don't want those dyes
True
wearing
story.
off on your delicate areas.
What stays in the dungeon, whatever. But anyway,
So this
You want
this
me
would
to
have been
pass it
good
away?
for our next topic, which is things you're willing to pay top dollar for.
oh, okay. Well, I got a list for that. But but I did
Hookers and blow
actually.
does not count. Oh shit!
Damn it, now you completely torpedoed it.
No,
Next
but I was
10
gonna say,
minutes.
but I actually did come up with one, even though I don't drink them, which is generic soda.
Oh,
It tastes-
Mountain Lion.
Just everything. Oh, and if you want to
The
put
names are
just
terrible.
as equally bad,
Dr. Thunder.
generic
Dr. Thunder, that's right. I was trying to remember that one.
generic kid
Dr.
cereal.
Bob.
That's the other one.
Like,
It's
Wait!
horrible.
You can't. What was the generic cereal we had?
Oh, Apple Dapples.
Apple
Oh,
Dapples.
Yeah.
A fucking box of Apple Dapples went everywhere with us throughout the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, really?
Went whale watching. It went up into the ice cave. Fucking box went everywhere.
So that
You know why? It's because Apple Dapples suck. Nobody ate it.
Nobody would
If they
eat
were
them.
Apple Jacks, they'd have been gone.
All right, so this is Star Hill Brewery, Northern Lights IPA out of Charlottesville. So
Yeah.
another fairly local beer.
Yeah, so Star Hill has an interesting history.
6.2.
They've been around for, I think, about 15 years or so.
By the way, he did no research. He didn't know what beers we were having. He just knows the shit.
They've been around for about
It's like the
15
Rain
years.
Man of beer.
And
It is. Definitely.
definitely a solid brewery.
You haven't
But
seen it, so you'll have to watch it.
The story.
They had a really bad reputation just making terrible beers.
So it's like Mad Horse.
Yeah, and then exactly like Mad Horse, they got a new brewer. I think his name's Jimmy,
Like Mad Horse.
and new young guy. He went in, brought got new person in the lab, a couple new people, completely revamped the product line,
That's terrible.
and they're making pretty good beers now.
I don't think he liked this one.
He didn't like this one.
Yeah.
But Northern Lights is my go-to. After I'm done shoveling my driveway, I walk down to 7-Eleven and get me a tall boy of Northern Lights.
This is.
Yeah.
This is good. This is missing the heart
Yeah, I'm with you.
that other one was
I'm on
missing.
the Chauncey cap.
I like that.
Did you taste this?
I did, but I was waiting for his
It's
reaction.
fucking horrible.
I wouldn't say it's horrible, but
I mean, it's like
It's usually more
somebody
fruity.
took Honey Nut Cheerios and put them in a beer.
with a rusty nail.
Yeah,
Cheerios. Ooh, I don't get that.
like stale Honey Nut Cheerios is what it tastes like.
Who eats honey nut Cheerios?
Fuck
do.
you, Mike. It's good for your heart, you fat bastard. You should try it.
Look, I'm fat.
I'm
My
gonna have to
heart's
separate
healthy.
you two.
Yeah, I eat oatmeal.
I'm giving up on that one. That's fine.
Oh,
That's a good beer,
That
man.
one's for the
Well, there's
homies.
3 more of them in there for you.
But it's
Seems like
it's
your
actually
water.
quite similar to the Voodoo Ranger in terms of style.
Yeah.
It's sort of supposed to be.
Yeah, but
sort
the
of a-
Voodoo Ranger was palatable.
You know what? This was better the second sip. I think
Oh,
you,
so we need
you
to
should
do
go
like a
look up
swish.
some of what you just threw out.
I tried 2 sips. Video documentation. Some beers you just don't like. Some people like. Some beers,
So
some
too
people
hoppy
don't.
for Chauncey.
It wasn't even the
It's
hoppy.
like cilantro. Some people think it tastes like wax balls,
Ah, yeah.
and other people love it. I
That's
love
a good
it.
analogy.
It could be the hop varieties they're using.
I think cilantro tastes like stink bugs sometimes. You ever notice that?
How often do you eat a stink bug?
I think
Accidentally, at least once a year.
I think stink bugs taste like cilantro, so I got the opposite thing going. They're pretty good.
Oh, you can have them. I want to do a whole show on those fuckers when they come out. September-ish.
Do they have stink bugs everywhere in the States, or is it just like our area?
No, they're just starting to move west because I know last summer in Washington, one of the guys said, "We've got these things called stink bugs."
And you're like,
Have you heard of
Yeah,
it?
tell me more
Have
about it.
I heard about it?
Let me tell
Have you ever had one for
Yeah.
breakfast?
you have to have 2 vacuums. One for your house, one for stink bugs.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're getting off topic, and I apologize for that.
It's totally fine.
So you,
All right,
you
so-
just completely agreed with Chauncey's verdict here?
I do.
A
I
little bit
do.
heartless?
It wasn't. It would not. I mean, I drink it, but it's not one I buy for sure.
I like it. It's a good mix between the West Coast style IPA and the East Coast style. So it has that really bracing bitterness that West Coast style IPAs are known for, like
Yeah.
just punching the face bitter. But it also has a lot of like sort of fruitiness in the aroma.
Yeah, citrus.
And some more of the fruities like pineapple and citrusy flavors. I think it's a well done IPA, but it is really bitter.
Well, I'm the top head of the group, I think. I'm going to come in and say, I think it's pretty subdued. It's not punch in the face bitter.
No.
There's not a lot of aroma. It's okay, but I am a much bigger fan of the West Coast IPA. So,
Yeah.
plus, I didn't pay a single red cent for that beer. And free beer always ranks high.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say there was almost a correlation between the Yankers and the Shavers in the review of this beer, but I think you were almost 50-50 on it, so not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're in, you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, and maybe it was just compared to the last beer that I thought was missing something, and then it was an IPA that had that thing
Yeah.
that I probably enjoyed it more. But maybe if it was lined up against
I
another
think our
beer-
next beer is another IPA.
So
Okay,
I think what you're saying is I'm the donger of this group at this point.
are you the donger? What is a donger?
No more
No,
Yankee my
No
way.
more Yankee.
That's right.
Donger needs sleep.
Dong-
The donger needs sleep.
I'll talk about you.
Like, and he's never seen that movie either, has she?
No.
You have failed as a parent.
She's still watching PGs.
I think that was PG.
Was it?
Was it?
No, that was R.
Really?
Was it R?
My
Was,
Molly Ringwald would not let her children watch that movie.
There's a reason. We went to see 16
Charles, you
Candles.
finished
No, not 16. That wasn't 16 Candles. Which one was it? We were just talking about it the other day.
Pretty in Pink.
No, it was.
No, the
it
one
was
with
16 Candles.
Oh.
We went to. Didn't you go with us? I went to see it at the Alamo.
I missed that trip. I was.
Oh, so me and Shannon went to see 16 Candles at the Alamo.
Shannon and
I was just about to say.
Yes.
Because think about it, like, you
You're
have
right.
to go see it.
So we went to, and I'm sitting through this movie, and I remember liking the movie a lot, and it is just,
I like this.
just being horrified at all the racist humor and all the misogynistic humor. I'm like, oh my God, the 80s really were terrible, and I totally missed it.
All right, what is this we got, Dave?
This one's called Fegley's. Hop Explosion IPA, 7% alcohol. Fegley's, since I hadn't heard of them, is from PA. So it's a Pittsburgh beer.
Maybe it's
or
pronounced
Pittston beer,
fuzzy.
thank you. Is that same fly?
It looked like a.
Do you know their history, Steven?
No, I've never heard.
Woo!
Never heard of
But you know what? Look, it's got a sticker, and we might be due for a new sticker.
I've got me. I'm going to replace.
Oh, you got down the hatch on there.
And I'm
Steven-
just in time. I'm going to replace it today.
John Eric needs one. John Eric needs a sticker.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that'll.
You want
last
to put
a
your
long time.
Fegley's on there?
Well, hold on. Dave needs to fill his beer up with
This
it.
is a pretty long-lasting
That is-
Nalgene,
that's the
by
best
way.
sticker
I've had this
ever,
one
though.
for at
This is
least
the
4
greatest
years.
sticker, and it's a damn good beer.
Who'd you steal it from? There's
No.
no way you kept it for 4 years.
It
Or
was-
you lost it and refound it.
That is probably the case.
Yeah.
All right,
I am missing another
You ready for
Nalgene.
this? So this one I.
Hold
This
on,
one
before we
claims-
start this one, go ahead and pour. Dave, give us an item you'll always pay top dollar for because you want quality and you know it'll last. Like, what's something when you go to buy, you buy the best available?
Oh wait, I wasn't ready for that. I was thinking of one that was generic, but I thought was okay.
No,
No.
not the question.
There's nothing.
You're gonna have to come back to me because I'm gonna have to think about that.
Steven,
Motor oil.
you won't buy generic motor oil?
Motor oil,
I
motor
don't fuck
oil.
around with motor oil.
Yeah.
No, motor oil is motor oil.
It's not. I'm with you too.
Yeah.
I'll pay the extra $12 to get premium motor oil.
Are you talking
Have-
sin,
have
synthetic versus?
Yeah, full synthetic.
I think the thing is that
mobile
now
wine.
the injuring tolerances of the
you know,
motors
I want to drive my. I want my engine to go 200 plus thousand.
All
You
right.
realize that I drive 2 cars that are 26 years old and I buy the cheapest synthetic oil available.
Okay.
But you said synthetic,
Yeah.
so you don't.
So you don't buy the cheap.
conventional.
I don't buy conventional. I run synthetic. I run
Why-
synthetic
why-
in the diffs. and
Why do
everything.
you do? And what's a diff?
The differential.
Okay, so why do you not use conventional?
Because conventional breaks down quicker. It loses viscosity faster than synthetic.
Viscosity.
So you pay more for the synthetic, but your duration between changing them can be longer.
Yeah.
As we learned this morning, I got 18,000 miles on my last oil change, and it actually looked pretty good coming out.
We should have tested it.
We should have tested. We should have seen how
Taken a
good it actually
sample and
was.
did it to test kit.
How would you do a viscosity test? Like put it on a slip and slide?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just put it right in the backyard, and we just measure how far you slide.
Well, 2 slip and slides, one with new oil and.
But it has to be the
Oh.
same. You have to do the same person, so the mass stays the same.
Right.
You got to control for all the variables.
That's true.
I had such good memories of slip and slides as a child that when my children were younger, I bought one. And I was like, oh, man, I can't wait. This is going to be the best thing ever.
And they walked outside and they were like, what the fuck is this, Dad?
No, I pushed them aside. I'm like,
I'm
this
going.
is going to be the best thing ever. I remember how much I like slip and slide, but what I can tell you is the CG of a full-grown man is much higher than that of a child. And when you do that running dive at the ground,
Oh,
Yeah. Man,
it
that
was
you
Burn off a
nothing,
nipple.
there was nothing fun about this event
You got
because I pretty
erased?
much hit the slip and slide and stopped. I just flung myself on the ground.
And your body arched backwards like a salmon. And
With my children, like I was demonstrating, my children just standing there as I knocked the breath out of myself in agony on the ground.
Yeah.
And just like, oh.
yeah, Dad, this looks like fun.
Great. So I'm
Daddy,
pretty
nothing about this looks enjoyable.
I'm pretty sure we just pulled it up and just threw it out.
didn't have hair on your chest when you were a kid, did you?
That
I
should
barely barely have hair on my chest now, but
Dude, it's coming out of the
slip and
top of
slide.
your shirt.
it's coming.
That's
That is it.
all of
I've
your
got
chest
like,
hair.
I have a patch here.
It's part of the
and a
shirt.
little
It actually is
here.
on the shirt. He moves it from shirt to shirt.
Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say you ran and hit a sprinkler head or something.
No.
So what do we
Can't
think?
remember the last time I owned
I like this
house
one.
with sprinkler heads.
It's not super hoppy though, for
No,
calling
it's
itself Hop Explosion or whatever.
It's more going for the danky hop flavors. Which I'm
Those
not.
like dank memes.
It is danky.
Yeah.
It
What the
is.
fuck does danky mean? Is
It,
that like dengue?
No.
Yeah, it gives you dengue fever. It means like spicy smells like marijuana
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
The marijuana. The dankier, the hanky-pankier. I just made that
It's
up.
a weird kind of
Sounded
spicy,
weed
that's
wine.
kind of weedy
Yeah. Okay, I get
smell,
that.
Yeah, for sure.
and it tends to be more bitter, like just straight up bitter flavor.
Yeah.
And then the aromas are more like weed.
Makes you want to eat Twinkies.
Not that I know.
I like this one. This is not bad.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
good.
like it too.
This was good. All right,
I'm not
what do you pay top
You're
dollar
not a
for?
fan?
Obviously not shoes.
No, definitely not shoes. I don't think I've ever paid top dollar for shoes. I've been buying the same shoes for 15 years now.
You got some broken down fucking Crocs.
Are those real Crocs?
These are real Crocs. So I guess I could say I paid top dollar for foam injected shoes. And I definitely go for top
Yeah.
market.
You're not getting the off-brand Crocs.
I definitely don't get off the ones that melt your feet.
So what led you to the whole Crocs decision?
These
Like,
were
as a
When did you
grown
give
ass
up? In other words,
man.
actually,
when did you give up on?
these
on
actually
life?
might be.
Yes.
These are actually knockoff Crocs.
Oh,
Still, at what point were you so deep in your depression that you decided that buying those was a good decision?
I didn't buy these Crocs for me; they were bought for me, and I did not touch them
Did
for
you
years
punch
and
that
years.
person?
And then I decided that these were actually really good shoes because I do not like urinating inside, and so I really needed a shoe I could slip on and go
I do not.
outside in the front yard. So these are my.
He lives in the middle of nowhere. He's not in town.
But I live in town, and I like to be off my second floor deck. I don't
So-
know why. I just do it.
These
So,
became my go-to.
So what you're saying is those
urinate.
disgusting ass Crocs are also covered in piss.
They are probably covered in urine spray. Yes.
So I didn't realize this whole bit about having to go pee in the yard, but I do remember that last fall, didn't you have like a big tree fall in your house?
I did.
Did you like to pee around that tree or?
I did.
Okay.
And now I pee in the remains of the tree.
fuck you, tree.
Did you decorate an outside bathroom for your guests?
That's true, I did. I did. In fact, that said guest has not even found the full extent of the decorations. There are additional decorations that said guest has still not found.
We'll see if they get found next time.
We should make this into a fall treasure hunt kind of thing.
I like that.
All right. So what do you buy top dollar?
I don't know if it's top dollar, but I've gotten to the point where I hate buying a used car, and I know a lot of people disagree with me. Oh, I know.
I won't buy a used car.
I don't like having an extra $3,000.
Fuck, I just light money on fire.
Here
I
it comes.
I was waiting for it. I dislike the experience of buying cars. I dislike the experience of buying unknown cars where I don't know the background of it more than I dislike the experience of buying cars from a shitty salesman. So
Yeah, but here's the
So I buy-
contradiction in
Let him
that, though.
finish.
I buy new Toyotas. And it's just my thing, except for Ema's car. I did buy a used for that because I wasn't going to buy her a new Toyota. But
New Toyotas, when you add a Toyota to it, I think you made it legit.
You mean you can get your money's worth out of it?
You will.
I
As long as
like-
you don't trade it in the next year and buy another new Toyota.
I like buying my new Toyota and driving it to 200,000 miles. And on a Toyota, you buy, I was looking at 100,000 miles.
Obviously, there's some income disparities between us.
I haven't driven a Toyota in a while.
kind of like wobbly steering.
It's my thing.
Did you see that Toyota with Brett's that broke in half when it went up on the lift?
Was it a Tacoma, an old Tacoma? Yeah, they have a recall for that.
I was just talking about that this
Not
morning.
yours. Yours isn't old enough. But the frames are such shit. They
Yeah.
rusted out.
Yeah.
Our neighbor had
Yeah.
one, and it was so bad. They were like, "We're not even going to replace it. Here's 15 grand credit to a new truck."
Oh,
shit.
I got a recall notice to bring my truck in to have it inspected for frame rust.
Oh wow! So they are
Dude.
on yours too.
So I
Definitely do it.
yeah.
Unless you
that's-
want one to drive around like this. That's what it looked like.
yeah.
Look, it's fireworks, Daddy.
The repair
You
is
see everything from up here.
the repair is all new frame.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the recall order. Yeah. I think you're fine.
it probably is, but there's about 3 or 4 other recall notices I've been ignoring. It's probably time to go take it in.
I think the rooster agrees with me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who does?
for what it's worth.
Rooster approves.
All right. What's next?
What's next?
Okay.
Geez, she's setting a pretty hard pace here, man.
All right, here we
We're not
go.
having
Now
time
we're
to
getting
hydrate.
into the weird one.
You've been
Oh,
going-
do we
you've
need a
been going
hydration
full on
break?
us.
That was a
Yes.
big can.
That was a
Hydration
big
break.
can.
Did you bring us out some
Well,
water?
and I knew
Yeah.
that
But don't let's not pour it yet. Let's keep it cold.
you didn't bring your own water.
I did, but I drank it all the hour I was here before because it was fucking hot.
Why don't I just refill your bottle?
That would be super fantastic, sir.
Super fantastic fun.
Woo! I think
next
we're
one.
not even halfway through our beer.
Does he even know what I got? He doesn't know what I had.
And that
None of us know what you have.
is it
For
cheese?
good reason.
Is it cheese?
Yes,
It's
he's got
American
slices of
cheese.
cheese.
That
No,
whole
not-
thing is full of cheese.
We're gonna make cheese balls. When I was a kid, this is a good nugget. We used to take Frito Lay's, and we take one of those shitty cheese, unwrap them, Kraft singles, and we
Those are not bad.
take the Lay's, crunch them up in the thing, and then we roll it in a ball,
Yeah, yeah.
like a cheese ball, and then eat it. And I thought it was cool until I noticed my brother didn't like wash his hands.
And he'd just come out of the bathroom, and he was like 14.
There's like
Oh.
a bellow hanging out of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, ah.
This cheese is really creamy,
What's this in
bro.
my tea?
I'm pretty sure for 4 years we thought those were the hors d'oeuvres of the South.
Well, they may. That is.
Thank you kindly, sir. Hydrate or die.
Well, besides cheese, I've got American cheese. I've got some other beers, so we were just saying, we might need to factor that into the whole beer staging business.
Oh, no.
Although a lot of mine are exotic.
Okay. We're kind of in the exotic section of the spectrum.
I have a strawberry rhubarb sour.
Oh.
I have a watermelon goza.
Oh, we should have done the watermelon goza probably second.
Now,
We do the watermelon
I think
goza
we'll do
now.
it.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I had a big pour.
so what were we on? Things you don't bite you?
Yeah, but it's my turn, fucker.
I know.
Step off, son.
Try and jump in line.
Yeah, I might steal your thought.
Oh,
Is it
this is
hammocks?
the 3
No, because
Yeah.
mine is blue collar.
Oh.
Not to worry.
Not to worry.
This is one of my favorite breweries.
Yeah, I love 3 Notch.
Is this isn't the ones you get delivered?
No, it hasn't. I drank all that. Good call.
You have beer
This has
delivered?
sort of a watermelon
Yeah.
color.
Oh no.
Very clear.
All right, so my thing I will always pay top dollar for because it's gonna last, and if you buy the cheap shit, it sucks. Work boots. I'll pay $200, $240
You're gonna have to get another one.
for a good quality work boot where the sole won't fall off 6 months down the road, or the steel toe gives you blisters. So I buy a pair of work boots like every 5 years because I buy the good ones.
Damn, that's good. And you're totally right because I had shitty boots for a long time, and then I bought me a couple.
Were they
Red
leather?
Wings. Yes. Not generic leather. And then it takes a while to break into Red Wings, but then after that you're golden. They last.
So what do you buy?
I usually buy Naps, K-N-A-P-P,
Yeah.
or Red Wings.
You have Red Wings?
I do.
Yeah.
They're like
I think
4
Peter
pairs of
bought
Red Wings.
I wear Red Wing boots, not the kind of Red Wings he wears.
Well, I have the Chukkas and
Chuckas? Is that what you're talking about?
no, I have both.
I don't know what a chukka is. That
Chukka's
sounds
like,
racist.
Yeah, I was
thinking the
no,
same
I
thing.
was
Shoe,
thinking
the same
exactly
thing
like
right
that.
there.
Shoe, it's like a half-height boot, right?
Yeah. For like millennials and hipsters.
For like dudes who don't need work boots.
Yeah.
It's like a half-height boot
I
when
love
you're
how
going out
Chauncey
on the
pretends
town.
he doesn't get DQ.
He does. He knows exactly what
He
I'm
knows
talking
what we're
about.
talking about.
Beard monthly.
Beard Don't tell me you're not using beard oil, bro.
Beard oil.
I have no beard oil.
That's all natural?
That's synthetic. Synthetic.
It's not
He
conventional?
only uses synthetic beard oil because the viscosity doesn't
It's,
break down.
He actually probably just
50
uses
weight.
regular synthetic wool. You know?
Just
Oh, it's good. It's good for 10,000 miles.
I just put Mobil
wait,
one
shit, is this 5W30? God damn it.
in. All right, Ruben, now it's your turn.
I'm gonna say, in a general sense, any food product. So, if I want a pie, I don't get it from anywhere except Mom's Apple Pie. If I want, really good food, I go to places that, because life's too short to be in a bad relationship, a shitty job, and to eat shitty food and drink. Like, full stop. And if you follow those three tenets, then life is okay. So I don't skimp on food. I just, now that I have money, I don't want to afford, but even then, like, it sucks. You can find some good stuff that's, like, cheap, like Spam, Welly. It's highly underrated. But, on the whole, I like sushi, some good sushi, some good stuff, like
Sushi is one that you don't want to skimp on.
Paris.
Definitely sushi is one I would not skip on.
What about oysters?
I'm not,
Yeah, dude.
not buying generic sushi or oysters.
These oysters are only a week old, but
Major
they're on big
oysters.
sale.
The big sale.
We got a big clearance sale on oysters now.
And single ply toilet paper.
Oh.
Because you're not going to need 2 ply after you eat the clearance oysters.
I told you about the time I got bad oysters at Ford's, didn't I?
Yes, that's
Really?
why I brought it up.
I haven't heard that. The Fords?
When I worked at CarMax, we went out to lunch to Ford's, and I got the fried oysters. And after being back in at working about an hour and a half, it like hit me like, and then I'm sweating, and I'm like, I gotta go. I have got to go. So I get in my car, I'm driving home,
Oh, right, because you have to go home to do that, right?
Well, because I knew it was not going to be hey, I'm done, I feel good now.
Is it commit? You had to commit.
Yeah,
that
like,
makes it
It's
tough.
not like the river trip where like you go on Thursday and then you go again on Sunday?
no. See, like, it was like fall, so it was cold out, so like I'm driving home with my head pressed up against the window. And like, I'm on 7, I'm cruising down 7, and what's the little creek you go over right by the golf course?
Oh yeah.
Goose Creek.
Goose Creek. So I'm getting close to Goose Creek, and I'm like, oh God. Oh God. So I pull over on the side of 7, and I just Ralph into Goose Creek off around 7 on the bridge.
Don't you remember that traffic report?
Oh, excuse me. And I'm like, all right, I'm good.
nice atmosphere.
Keep that in.
Listen, I'm gonna say of all
Can
the
I finish
beers.
my story?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
I
And
thought
so
that
I'm
was
like,
it.
So we need the beer description.
Wait, he's not done.
oh no,
He's
this
not
story
even
gets
home.
better.
Yeah.
He's at Goose Creek.
Okay,
I
Goose
thought it
Creek.
was over.
Okay, okay.
No,
The
no.
story hasn't even
You
started,
wanted,
Johnny.
okay, I got ahead of myself.
You
You
haven't
wanted
gotten
more
to the
beer,
ball yet.
not the can.
Crying out loud.
So I get back in the car, and I'm driving, and
This is good beer.
I'm on Route 9. I'm almost to where you turn on 287, and it's like, I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna make it. So there's like that winery right there,
Yeah.
pulling their parking
Is
lot.
this the one that went out of business?
Yeah. Fucking run back into the woods, fucking drop trowel, blow my bowels out all
That
over the
means
tree.
pooping.
And I'm like, oh God, it's like better than an orgasm after you've cleared all that. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Oh.
Was it good for you? It's good for me.
So, I like pack up. I still feel like shit.
Tell them about the grape pickers when they came upon you at that point.
So I'm feeling better. I get back in the car and I'm driving. I'm coming up 287. I'm like, it smells like shit. Like, what the fuck? I look down, and because it had been so explosive, I totally just caked the ankles of both of my third khaki on both legs. I got home and just threw those bitches out, took a shower, and went to bed.
Called it a day.
It was the the most miserable food experience I have ever had.
That
why
would
you
be a
don't
good
skip on
topic.
food.
That'd be a good topic for a future episode. I will say though, that's never happened to me.
All right, what do we got?
Okay.
All right, so
your
what
beer
we got
description
here?
and brewery history.
So Three Knots Brewing, they're down in, I think, Charlottesville. Really, really excellent brewery, doing a lot of really good, solid beers. This is their Watermelon Goza from Dave.
That's good.
So Goza is a weird style. It was originally an East German style of beer that kind of almost went out of existence, kind of went extinct.
East German?
Yeah, and
So like when the wall was up?
yeah, even before then, from like the 1800s into the
Wait,
middle
there was an
1900s.
East German before then?
No,
Then they were
well,
just
I thought they were just German.
Just one German?
So it was German, and then it was East German, and then it wasn't anymore.
Right.
And then it was German again. But it's a style that's kind of revived by American homebrewers, and they sort of taken it on. So it's not American interpretations of Goza often are fruit beers, and they're sour beers. So the original German style was like slightly sour, and was known for having coriander and salt in it. But American interpretations almost always have fruit in them, and sometimes they add salt as well. So it's kind of evolved into like a style of its own now. But this is a really great hot weather beer. I think they did a really good job of capturing the flavor of the watermelon. It is pretty good.
Oh, hey.
No. Ooh. Don't drink it right now. Oh, you
he's
still got
fine.
more beer to drink.
He's fine.
Well, yeah,
If
yeah.
you open it up like right
Well, what's the next one? What?
Oh, we never went back to Dave.
Damn! I wasn't done. I was still thinking.
Oh, yeah. You must not be doing a very good job at it.
No, I've been drinking.
Concentrating all efforts.
Okay, I got something.
All right.
Lawnmowers.
Lawnmowers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer. If you're going to be cutting your own grass, get a decent mower. So I got a big yard. And when I moved in, I was a little bit of a younger man. I bought a commercial landscape mower, walk behind 48 inch, and that sucker ran for 20 years.
Wow.
I didn't have to do anything to it.
Yeah.
Then I stopped cutting the grass for a while, and now I've started again. I bought another one. Sucker just goes and goes, and it starts every time. So I got a little like push mower just to like do some of the edges and stuff. I bought one on Craigslist, $25. Man, that son of a bitch. I spent more time on that $25 mower, just like messing around with the carburetor. It's got some auto choke thing.
Bring it over to Steven. He'll set your carburetor on fire.
I was afraid.
True story.
It's been driving me crazy. So I just recently decided, like, okay, lawnmowers. I'm going to go out and buy me a nice Honda, little Honda mower. You know,
Yeah.
do the edges, and be done with it.
Dude, I bought a new Toro.
Toro's not bad. Toro's like Aldi.
Now, when you say commercial for the
But
people
wait,
that
but wait,
don't buy
wait.
commercial,
You don't change the oil anymore. All the new Kohler motors, you just change the oil filter and add a quart of oil every year.
Oh, so it eventually it changes.
That's its maintenance recommendation.
Yeah.
I have to say I've never changed the oil in my push mowers.
It's usually because they give up the ghost before you're ready to change the oil.
You probably never change the oil in your tractor either because you just leave it sitting and the bottom rusts out of it before you get to it.
I do change the oil in that, but usually my mowers rust out long before I ever need.
So, just to piggyback on Dave, I only pick mowers out of the trash from people who buy high quality mowers.
Oh, you don't take no Murrays out of the trash.
No.
All right, so my
no, that's
Murray
not
is,
worth it.
you're not going to take my Murray off my hands. are
No,
you?
no thanks.
So a commercial mower is one that is designed to take kind of the day in, day out.
Yeah.
People that, companies that go and cut grass.
Yeah.
But the commercial mowers are designed to last, I don't know, 5, 6, 8 years or whatever in those scenarios. But for a homeowner, man, that's like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who would you recommend then for our audience?
Oh gosh, I'm going to need to see some swag before I make a specific
You
recommendation.
give up the goods. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's
No,
stay tuned.
I'll admit I'm
We
kind
can't
of-
back anything until we have it for free.
I mean, exactly. I have to try some others.
Yes. Right.
So,
Before we can render an opinion.
That's exactly
yes,
right. I mean-
you're very smart.
What's his other beer in there? The strawberry
I got a
rhubarb.
strawberry rhubarb.
Oh,
We should probably do that one next.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
Tropicana,
follow-up.
That might be we might have
A
messed
bonus
that up.
beer.
That might be.
Do
That's
you want to try the strawberry rhubarb?
after I'm done with
Who's
this.
that? Is that by the same brewing company?
No, that's Great Divide, Colorado.
Yep. Great Divide.
Man, is this still in season, the 3-notch?
Strawberry rhubarb sour ale.
Stop on the way home, man.
Where is it?
Total.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that is.
We'll just come over. I still got.
That
my-
can looks very
Well,
Miami.
Is it?
It's kind of a weird can. It's got a little
Yeah.
a flamingo or something on it. But it's,
Yeah, the flamingos.
When I think
And a
soy
palm tree.
rhubarb, I think New England. I don't think Miami.
Yeah, I think the graphic designer was maybe on a different page. And I got two of those in there. So if you need to do an extended taste.
This one is way funkier than the Goza was. Oh, we didn't do Redux on the Goza. What's everybody's take on it?
That's the best beer we've had so far today.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And the second was the first one we had.
So I think Hank's was the best one we've had
Yeah.
so far.
Hank's would be my
Really?
second.
You like Hanks? I agree. Those were
Brewing,
the top
brewing
two.
a pilsner that is clean and flavorful is very difficult to do, and they nailed it. That is a great. It was a really. It was malty. Had
So if you
malty
hear that,
aroma.
Mother's Brewing, send us some swag.
It had hop aroma, hop flavor, but it was all very delicate. It was delicate. It was light. It was drinkable. That was a really well done beer.
So this is. Okay.
I mean, the Goza was good too, but
3-notch, they're quality.
yeah, they are
They
quality.
do a good job.
Who did you say this was? Great Divide.
Great Divide Brewing out of Denver, Colorado.
I don't think I went to that.
Oh, does it have milk sugar in it?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Are you allergic to it?
You definitely.
Says don't get
No.
pregnant here. About it. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it.
It's kind of funky.
It's not dank though, is it?
No.
It's a rhubarb.
Buddha rhubarb.
No, that's good.
You always look for their facial expressions. It's like stop, zero in on the face.
That's good too.
It's more of like a true sour that they just added some extra flavor to.
So the Goza we had before, I don't think was
It's not
really sour. I think
No.
it may have added some lactic acid.
No, but you have the strawberry and then the layer of the rhubarb.
This one actually has a little bit of funk to it.
Yeah.
There were microbes in there besides yeast fermenting it. You get it.
From
You
my
get it in
balls,
the aroma.
Not from me.
Yeah, they had Chauncey dip his balls in the brew kettle.
Take all that bacteria.
Yeasty.
I went back to front.
We said it at the same time. That is interesting. It's not bad.
I like this one better than the Goza.
You like it better than the Goza?
Yeah, goes is good.
I'm not a fan of this one, but I don't like the funky flavors that.
This is
that
like
it-
this
that
is like
it's-
a
it's
true
presented.
sour.
It is, yeah. It's a legit sour. It's probably
And they just
Brettanomyces.
threw a couple of flavors in to add to.
Did you say it's got like that Brett yeast in it?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I think that the beauty of this though is that the strawberry with the rhubarb and the sour actually are, as a total, is better than whatever the sour would be.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
synergistic.
Yeah,
they all
it's-
play
it's
together.
very-
What's special
yeah.
about Brett's yeast?
Brettanomyces, it's a different
Oh.
species of yeast. It produces different flavors than traditional beer yeast.
You gotta floss after you.
Not with that shitty floss either.
Yes. It's true. Man, get the Glide
Speaking of
floss.
floss, I went to my dentist a while back, and you know how everybody was on that kick of that new floss. What's it called? It looks like thin
Glide floss, right?
Glide. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he said stop doing it because apparently Glide sucks. I think maybe they stopped paying.
He
them.
just
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
get it.
It's all about
I think we're that, and then we're in the biggest, blackest ox.
No, don't, we got the
Ooh, ooh. Are we doing down the hatch?
Down the hatch.
No, not yet. We're doing this one first.
Yeah.
I
This
gotta
is
go get my
D9
bottle.
Brewing.
Oh, I have one.
Well, bring it, motherfucker! What do you think I was standing around here like?
Part of
Why
Glide-
would
Walking
you?
in circles.
Why would you wear shorts that aren't cargo shorts?
I didn't say I didn't want to. I was just lazy.
Like, where do you put all your cargo?
Yeah, I think the only reason, yeah.
Let me tell you where they're really functional. Brazil. You don't want to get robbed. You know what I mean? Mexico, things like that. You put your shit down here. It's impossible. Impossible.
I'm still Still working. What do you got there?
Oh,
All right, so this one is Twisted Hero, a sour ale brewed with aged hops from
good.
D9 Brewing Company. This is their Wild Things series. Test your taste.
do you know anything about them?
No, I've never heard of D9.
It's like
But,
it's like
so-
Detroit's D12, but
So the whole idea
Oh,
of
man,
brewing
it's
with
like the-
aged hops is sort of
Elias, North Carolina.
it's a practice that's quite common in Belgium, where they brew a lot of sour beers like lambics and lots of different sours.
you like lambics.
Is that how you pronounce it?
That's how I pronounce it.
I've been calling them lambics
I've
forever.
been calling lambics forever.
I call them,
Are you putting the emphasis on the right syllable?
I'm gonna ask Alice.
but
Can we?
but they use
Can I
the
call it Lifeline?
they
Photo
use the
frame.
aged hops because they tend to have lower bitter, like lower alpha acids, which are the chemicals that kill microbes, and they don't have as much flavor. So they'll sanitize it, but they won't kill the bugs that they use to ferment the sour.
This is a really nice label.
Oh,
Y'all
really?
look at this.
No,
It's like a guy he's sitting down. He's got a hop on his thing. He's got a
He's
He's got
sad.
a tattoo that says, "I hate life" or something. He's sad, and it says "Twisted Hero," and he's got a like the bat signal, but it's a barrel. I mean, it's
You
really
just blew
cool.
my mind. I was reading it just to extract information, and you really embraced the
They should make a comic book out of this guy. Twisted Hero. He can never save shit because he's drunk.
He's always drunk.
He's like,
It just makes it worse.
you're getting raped. Good luck. I don't care.
I was just trying to help.
And then they had beer, and I gave up. And I don't know. It's,
Oh, he lost his dog. He's holding a dog collar with a tag on it.
how do you know that's for a dog?
Well, because it's a fucking
It's not
dog
for his
biscuit.
girlfriend.
Where do you see that?
Right there in his hand, motherfucker.
Beat.
Oh, you're right.
No shit, Sherlock.
People use didn't
what
you
to
miss
think
the
of
whole
this now.
leather goods story? It could have been
More
for
to think
anything.
about it.
No. I'm kind of torn because of the label.
Now everyone should look at the label because the label's pretty dope.
I bet his dog didn't have doggles. So I've started taking one dog to work with me each day.
Yeah.
They think it's the greatest fucking thing in the world.
I bet.
I try to leave in the morning, and one of them is out the door and in the trunk, ready to go.
Are you doing doggles?
No, I don't have doggles.
You can borrow 'em?
I wanted because Flint sticks his head out as soon as we drop below like 45.
I'll get you. Don't leave without taking the doggles. They're in the
Okay, so do we have another round of like things we would do or not do? 'Cause I think I have.
Have you been fucking paying attention at all?
We just. Oh, did we finish or not finish?
Go ahead.
So the answer's no.
No, we finished
No,
on food. didn't
We can make another round through. What other thing would you?
I don't know
You
that
might-
Ruben
not
ever
by
really
generic.
had one. I mean,
He
you just,
did, man. He was.
I did. I said
the
food.
thing.
I said general food. I said.
Yeah.
I meant that leather goods one was kind of lame.
No,
Well,
I was gonna say
He'll
because
dress up for the next episode.
I was
then
gonna
you'll
say
see
because
what
we're
he's
jumping on
Wear your leather boots next
the
time.
Twisted Hero losing his dog.
All right, go ahead. What's your thing?
That's
Favorite,
that
not even favorite, the best animal you owned. What was its name?
Can't do that.
Dave?
Can't do that.
Really?
Really.
Are you gonna cry?
I'm not gonna cry.
You want a hug?
I would like a hug, but I mean, freaking COVID.
I go hips first. I don't go.
That's not so much a hug.
I don't.
More of a thrust.
That's a
Let me
sexual
add
assault.
to that. I don't necessarily want a hug from
For your pleasure, Dave.
or from Barney, but
Barney.
but yeah, I mean, I have a hard time playing favorites with.
Oh,
with
all
my
the
pets,
animals.
right?
Okay, all right.
With all
all
my
right,
animals.
all right. Steven?
That's like a light Belgian double sour.
Yeah, so it's more of a lactose sour.
It's really
Yeah.
weird.
This guy is like really sad.
It's good. It's sweet. It's like a really sweet sour.
Yeah, I think you're right. The base is probably
like a
a
sad
Belgian
superhero.
golden.
Look at me with my beer knowledge,
It's
motherfucker.
like if
Then,
Ruben,
yeah.
if like Ruben was a superhero, and
It's
then
pretty good.
Then he found out that the
It's got a
Astros
nice
were just a
clean-
bunch of cheaters for all those years that he liked them.
That pissed me off. by
Then
the way.
then he's sad.
Dude, did you see the
But I'm
Oakland A's
loyal.
fans? So they got a plane to fly around that said Houston Asterisks.
Nice.
And the guy stood out right outside the gate with a bullhorn and heckled them the entire game.
I love it.
It was awesome.
I love it.
Still loyal. Fuck them.
So what am I tasting? Is this am I tasting old hops? Or,
For me, the dominant flavor.
Lost
is
Dog.
lactose.
That's the taste of
Lactose.
Lost Dog,
So it's
Dave.
It's lactic acid, the sourness.
lactic acid?
Or
So
not
when you
lactic
say
acid.
lactose, I always.
I thought that was
in
what
my
made your
mind-
muscles burn.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think of like powdered milk for some reason. I don't know why. Because I'm stupid.
Well, it's not lactose. It's lactobacillus. It creates a sort of a crisp, citrusy kind of sourness. It's sort of a mellow, rounded sour,
But not creamy at all.
Oh,
but
fuck,
not
you
really
might be-
funky. Well, it can be creamy, yeah. But it's not funky. It's not like
Now I don't
'Cause-
want any more.
Twisted
Tell me
Hero.
more about your cream.
There's so much. This beer alone is
what do you
just.
got against cream.
We'll have to have Creamy Assault as a guest on one episode.
I was thinking about inviting him because I don't think he's getting out much.
I don't know that he's fit for social interaction right now.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, I like this one
I
a
think
lot.
it's pretty good. I'm not. I can appreciate sours, but it's not my thing. Usually.
It's not super
You
sour.
know the end
No,
note.
it's not.
The end
It's
note
a
is
pretty
like
clean.
pepper. Have you noticed that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
None of us noticed that because it's not.
I think it is. I'm telling you.
This is my least favorite.
Really?
Easy.
This is way better than that shitty ass one.
Which one? would
Northern
that be?
Lights.
Oh, Northern Lights.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree on Northern Lights.
I like
That
the
is a
Northern
solid
Lights.
beer.
This one kind of tastes like it sat in one of your Red Wing shoes for a little while.
Well, yeah, that's the sourness from.
Are we gonna try White Claw next?
I think we're gonna try White Claw next.
Oh.
I am literally scared. I have never had a White
I've never had a claw either.
Okay.
Can you get
Hold
banned
on,
on
There's
Beer
no
Island?
law when you're doing the claw.
Can we get a before and after image of Chauncey? Because I want to see if he's like if he. Okay.
Why did you do this to us?
So this is a
What
mango
the fuck
White
is-
Claw.
what- Did your mother beat you?
No.
No, she just left him.
I'm gonna start calling.
I
you-
don't know who it is brewed by.
Why was that in your house?
Your new name
Because
is
he
Karen.
drinks
White Claw is Anheuser-Busch.
Okay.
Your new name is
Probably 'cause
Karen.
my children drink it.
You know, Truly is Sam Adams.
What is?
Truly, Sam Adams stock is up like 1,400% this year because of Truly. Yeah.
What?
They're making seltzers.
Yeah, they got on the seltzer bandwagon early.
I had a naturally made one.
It's a big.
We're not all going to start touching each other's penises after drinking this.
Probably.
Did you get enough ribbon? You can have a little more if you want.
That just adds to the ambiance. Diesel.
I just want to say I'm doing this under protest.
Cut!
I tell you right now,
I've
this
got another
this,
one.
This smells like dishwasher soup or something. Like,
No, it smells like mangoes.
No, it smells like I just washed my hands.
yeah.
Smells like hair conditioner.
You know what this is?
Because
guys?
I would
You
know.
This is the edible liquid of evolution
Hello.
of 80s
Howdy.
potpourri. That's what this is.
That's it. It is potpourri.
This is
I've got more.
liquid potpourri.
That flies back.
Or poopery, or however the hell you say it. But is that even a thing now? Who the hell knows?
I'm with Steven.
Oh, on my feet.
How are bitches
It was
drinking
your
this?
beat or
It is
Dave's. I figured
terrible.
you brought it.
That was for your homies? You put one for the homies?
How are people
That's
drinking this?
gross.
You know what? It's kind of like a seltzer.
No, it tastes like mango flavored hand sanitizer.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
So, votes on the claw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
If it had been brown
Have you
claw,
had it before? I've never had
black
it before.
claw, maybe I could get behind
mean,
it, but
When I run
fuck
out of
that.
beer,
Fuck that.
and it's all that's in the house.
Why don't you just drink hand sanitizer?
Or gasoline,
Gasoline.
Synthetic?
synthetic oil.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is dull.
Like, it's not even really seltzer. There's barely any sparkle to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's an oily coating in my mouth
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's
So
the,
I imagine
that's the
penis tastes
lactose, lactobacillin.
Oh, that's
Not
horrible.
there's anything wrong with that.
All right.
Fuck that. Oh my god. I
Cut
think
that.
This is oyster.
Oh, don't forget, you got a 6-pack of these.
Yes!
Oh.
That's $50 got you a 6-pack.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Six-
hey,
those
Six
things
plus
are made-
packs.
Beer better
Can I
rub
get your,
your taint for that.
Good beer.
Well, these are big bottles. These are like 20.
the guy from Texas came prepared. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm prepared. It's in that.
Oh, I love this beer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I drank 4 of these yesterday.
Did you?
Yes.
You don't.
I thought we only
I
had
got
three.
4 of those
You had
bottles?
3, but I drank 1 of mine when I got home.
You
Oh,
drank 4 of those bottles?
I drank 4 full pours.
So Steven, what do you call the
What
color
is that?
of beer?
The color.
Color?
yeah, the color.
Yeah. Well, the color's,
What do you call
the
the
color's
color?
banging. I like it when it looks like this, like.
All right, so what
That color really slaps.
What, so what we poured now is, this is Down the Hatch. This is a seasonal offering from Old Ox Brewery in Ashburn, Virginia. One of our local Loudoun County breweries, which, in my opinion, is everything they put out is great.
We would gladly take swag.
They are always
Talk more and more about them.
yeah, always solid beers. One of the perennial good Loudoun County breweries. And so in August every year they do a seasonal. It's an amber lager with flavored with Hatch green chilies.
You gotta hear the part about how we're running out of storage?
And we're gonna try the beer now. This is a special beer, motherfucker.
All right.
It's worth the story.
So
we
what's
can
up?
delete the story about you shitting in the woods.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
What's the nutty taste?
Nutty, huh?
We didn't want to tell you.
I get a nutty right before the hatch kicks in.
It's a strain of beef.
No, it's malty. It's the malt. And then
I love that. This is the beer we had.
I am
right
confined by the
before we went up
language.
into, and did the presidential reverse.
This
That's
one?
right. We did.
Oh, that was you two, right?
Yeah.
You did what?
We did the presidential traverse over the White Mountains. Happy to say, finished it successfully. Barely.
Had beautiful vistas that were obscured
By the fog.
clouds?
by clouds and 70-mile-per-hour winds.
How long
Sustained.
Did that, how long did that take?
Sustained.
Obscured by Clouds is an excellent Pink
Oh.
Floyd album.
3 days.
One of my
If you were with
favorites.
me, it would have took a week.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really awesome.
Yeah.
And you
Close
brought
it up
this
this
beer
year.
with you?
Well, no. We had it before we went up. I brought, I don't remember which bourbon I brought with us. The first night we were so tired, we didn't drink any of it. We were like, they are. We're just going to bed.
We're going to go to bed.
Do we want to save the biggest, blackest ox and the blackest ox for next weekend?
Sure.
I think so, yeah.
I just want to drink this.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So yeah, the really notable thing about this beer, and I've tried it for the last 3 years when they released it, is that it is they do an excellent job of melding all the flavors of an amber lager. So it's sort of a clean, crisp, malty flavor, and melding that with the Hatch green chili flavor. You get the Hatch green chilies in the aroma. You get maltiness in the aroma. You get malt and Hatch green chilies in the flavor. And then it's very subtle. You just have this like nice escalating burn. So as you drink it, you get the burn. It's not really aggressive. I've brewed a lot of homebrewed a lot of pepper beers, and I appreciate how the skill it takes to get that perfect melding of beer and pepper,
Yeah.
and the nice subtle building of the heat.
That
So
one jalapeno beer you made was hot.
that motherfucker was hot. Yeah, I did a Hatch
These
green
are
chili.
hatches. Hatches are a lot. Hatches are not as hot as the jalapeno.
But what I learned last time I brewed my Hatch green chili beer, is that there is a lot of variety in how hot the Hatch green chilies are.
Did you overhide?
Yeah, the Hatch green chili I used. So previous years, I think so. I buy my Hatch green chilies from Wegmans, and so
Yeah,
previous year I did a mix of the lows and the mediums, and this year I did a mix of mediums and hots, and it was way too hot. It had to age for about 4 months to become drinkable. It eventually was really good, but I had to age it out a little bit. But every time they nail this beer. Old Ox, just solid brewery. Everybody should check it out.
We also have to shoot an episode at Number Wang.
Number one.
Will they let us film it?
Oh,
Okay. That'd be cool. So what's coming up next week? Are we going to do a vertical tasting of the Alaska Smoked Porters?
Well, we can do that, and we can do the
Because
biggest.
that'll be 4 or 5.
And then we got the two biggest, the blackest.
Yeah, so that gets us up to about 6 beers. That's a good number.
And I'll bring Truly.
Dave can bring some Vista Bay.
This day.
Del Boca Vista Bay?
Dave's wife buys generic seltzer
Thunderbird.
from Aldi.
Old English.
Aldi-
Hey,
Aldi is good.
Aldi is
Everything is Aldi is good. Aldi is perfect.
Would you buy meat from Aldi?
I buy meat from Aldi,
would you?
Not only
Buy
would
meat.
I have.
and I do.
Get mine from
Do you
Walmart.
get the Dr. Thunder there? The Capri Suns?
Dr. Thunder. Is that like
The cheese then.
That's,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's,
Mountain
a generic.
Lion.
That's a
Lion.
store brand Dr. Pepper.
I always thought store brand cream soda wouldn't be.
Alright, so what's a food that you bought thinking it would be terrible at like a restaurant or a fast food place, and it was freaking amazing? Because I can tell you my number one.
Please.
When I was in Houston, Whataburger was pimping their Dr. Pepper milkshake.
That's the shit.
And I'm thinking, that sounds fucking horrible.
Although I do love Dr. Pepper, but I'm with you. I was like,
What do you got against Dr. Pepper, Chauncey?
Nothing but just Dr. Pepper. It's just like, it's... And so finally I was like, fuck it. Give me a small Dr. Pepper milkshake. Fucking good. I got it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they don't put like soda, they take the Dr. Pepper syrup. And that's what they put in vanilla ice cream and whip it all up.
Putting in the essence,
Yeah. It
so
is
it's undiluted.
fucking phenomenal. What are you in Houston? I've been a couple times in the last 2 months for work.
I had mountain oysters last year. First time.
Were they good?
They weren't bad. They were a lot better than I thought it would be.
Did Miss Karin try them?
No, she was not allowed. But all the
I won't put your nuts in my mouth. What makes you think I'm gonna eat these?
all of Peter's friends who were with me didn't realize what they were eating, but they after I told them later, they agreed that it was good. So yeah, not bad.
We have to segue to some sort of ending.
We may have passed it already.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah,
We just do our Miss America waves.
I think that's just gonna have to be cut. Yeah, somehow.
We'll have to do some sort of fade.
So I think we should finish up by doing sort of a recap. So everybody think about the beers we tried today and pick their
Top
favorites.
two
Give,
each person.
give your top three.
Top three. That takes a lot of cognitive
Alright, top
effort.
three.
I'm gonna say top three in no uncertain order because I do like some of them. This one that we're having is really good. The watermelon goes and the Hanks, man, surprised me. That is the king of hot ass summer cut grass beer. Like, I mean, I like IC, Iron City Light. I like Yingling.
I thought you were gonna say like ICP.
I don't know what that is.
Insane Count Posse.
Oh no! No. So those are my three.
I agree. Please,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
100%. Those are my three.
What about you, Steven?
If you want to be a man, I got
Me?
it.
So
Strawberry rhubarb was a close fourth.
there were actually I
No,
don't
just all out of order.
I think the only beer I had today that I thought was disappointing was the Voodoo Ranger. I just felt it lacked heart.
Yeah.
But in terms of favorites, so the Old Ox Down the Hatch is a perennial favorite of mine. It's my passion in pepper beers, and this beer is executed excellently. So this is number one, and the Hanks was just really well done. It was a great flavorful execution of the style they were trying to do. So that was Down the Hatch and Hanks, my two votes.
Okay, are we gonna tune in next week for number three?
I told him I can't do three. That
He
takes
doesn't have that cognitive function.
that takes
Eric,
too much.
what do you got?
Whoa! You're skipping me, motherfucker.
Wait,
Like,
I
I'm
don't best. I said best for last, but okay, you can go next.
Ruben, John.
Let Ruben MC for a little.
Watermelon.
We're gonna end up talking about fucking huevos rancheros and shit.
What do you got against Huevos Rancheros,
Yeah.
Cut.
I like those.
I like them too.
Watermelon, Hanks, and Down the Hatch. I mean, those are that.
And you, John?
No, go Dave.
I already seconded them.
Yeah, he seconded.
Were you not paying attention?
Dave,
Well, that's kind of
Dave
weak.
thumbs up Ruben's post. It's your turn.
All right, I got the strawberry rhubarb,
Oh, okay.
Gouda rhubarb butter.
and then the D9, and then the watermelon goes,
Like that deal?
Really?
and then Hanks.
Interesting. You always surprise me, Chauncey. I would have never picked the D9
You know what?
as a Chauncey beer.
I did.
That was
I did
good. I
forget
really
the-
liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it
he's
too.
right. The D9 was pretty good. Now that I think about it.
There was only one beer that I wouldn't drink again, and that was whatever
Northern
that
Lights.
shit ass one was.
White Claw, Prince.
White Claw?
Well, we're not even. I'll never drink that again. If John Eric brings it again, he's getting fucking stabbed in the throat.
That's not beer anyway.
You gotta
No,
take
no,
it,
no.
freeze it, then throw it at his head.
Yeah.
We gotta try all of the
The
different
only way
seltzers.
you're allowed to bring seltzer is if you bring it stored in your anal cavity.
Or it doesn't have any alcohol. Because I like the.
That wasn't even like seltzer.
I don't even know what the fuck
It
that
was
was. I took a sip. It was like it was.
It
literally-
tasted like kids' medicine.
It's like, so if you wanted light beer,
I drink a haze.
if you wanted light beer, but light beer had too many calories, you would drink White Claw.
Well, I wouldn't even
Nope.
be drinking because I have a vagina and I'd be on a plane with it.
What are those liquid things you stick in the
Where you're like,
outlets and they like do incense?
Tide Pods?
That's what the no.
Glade.
Glade.
That's what the fuck it was. We were drinking Glade. Liquid Glade.
But yeah, it's for when you want to drink alcohol, but 99 calories in a Miller Lite is way too many calories.
Yeah.
There's 100 calories.
There's 100 calories.
in the White
What? Why would you drink that then?
That was not White Claw Light.
That's not on your keto diet, man.
I'm 100% keto. All I
That's
eat
what I'm
is,
saying. You can't.
I only eat butter and beer.
That's the ending note.
There we are. Okay.
It's a wrap. And on that note,
Wrap it up.